Hey everyone, happy Monday. We're going to be talking about recruiting today. And I'm going to keep this Facebook Live short and sweet. We all have a lot to do this week. So we are going to give you our 7 steps to recruiting. Facebook has been a little glitchy for me with Facebook Live. So if you have questions, I may be slow to get to them. Just because it's not always updating right here for me. So I have my computer screen over here, so I'll be checking that. So when you ask questions, so if I don't get to it during the live, I will answer questions afterwards. So, all right. Hey, Sabrina, I'm so glad you're here. I know this has been a question that you've had. All right, so let's get started. And I have my notes here so I can stay on task with you guys. So step 1 in our recruiting program is to get customers. Now, the reason you want to get customers is that growing a loyal base of customers that trust you is the best way to grow your network and to grow your team. So you can talk to your best customers, your VIP customers, and say, hey, I know you love our product. How would you like to get it at cost? Or how would you like to earn money to get free product? So those are going to be a good lead for you. Then another great way to grow your, jumped up there. Another great way of why you want to grow your customer base is that you never know who your customers may refer. So when you're providing excellent customer service and you're growing your customer base, you have more people to interact with and more people to talk to your opportunity about. So growing your customer list is going to be one of the #1 ways to grow your recruiting business. Now, another thing that you want to think about is asking for referrals. So as you grow your customer network, you can talk to them about the opportunity. And if they say, you know what, no, I'm good just buying products, it's not for me, you can offer them an incentive to refer people to you. So they can refer you a customer and give them a certain award level. Maybe it's free product, or maybe it's a certain dollar amount towards free product, or if they refer a new team member to you, and then you can reward them for that. So getting customers and creating a referral program is going to be a great way to recruit and grow your business. Okay, now step 2, and this is really important, and this is something that we do in our business, is to know your numbers and set your goals. Because if you don't know where you've been or where you want to be, you're going to be lost in growing your business. So what you want to do, and I have my formula here, is you want to calculate the number of consultants that you want to recruit. And then look at your average commission per consultant for your monthly commission numbers. And then what you want to do is you'll multiply that number by 12, and there's your yearly goal. And if you know your yearly goal, you can break it down monthly. And so you know that those monthly goals that you need to hit. Now, what you need to do is figure out how many people you need to talk to in order to reach your recruitment goal. And kind of the industry standard for direct sales is 1 out of every 10 people that you talk to will say yes. So if you know that you want to recruit 12 people to your team, multiply that by 10, and that's how many people you need to talk to about your opportunity this year. If you break that down into monthly goals, it makes it a little less daunting, and you'll be able to do it. So step 3 is identify your passion. So think about, why do you love your company? How has it made a difference in your life? Why did you join? And what are the best benefits of your company, the product, and the opportunity? Now, what you want to do is you want to write all of those things down, and then think of a couple different ways that you can talk about all of those things that you wrote down in a non-aggressive and non-kind of uncomfortable way. And then practice that. Because when you get comfortable about talking about your passion for your company, and when you get comfortable about talking about your opportunity, then it's going to be easier when you have those conversations, or when you have the opportunity for those conversations. So that's an exercise that I really think is important for you to do. Okay. So number 4 is quality is better than quantity. So having 5 really awesome performers on your team is way better than having 100 so-so performers on your team. So what you want to do is you want to write down the qualities that you think would make a great consultant in your company. You want people who are hungry, who are outgoing, who have a big network, who are not afraid to do whatever it takes to be successful. And not everybody has those qualities, and that's okay. You want those superstar performers on your team instead of the ones that are so-so and maybe not so interested. But in saying that, I also want to say, don't count people out. Somebody that you may not think would be the perfect person for your team, they may be, and you want to get them before somebody else recruits them. So don't rule people out. Do have a good idea of the characteristics that might be good for your team, but don't count everyone out all the time. Okay. Number 5 in our 7 steps for recruiting on your team is to know what to say. So what I want you to do is write down 5 to 10 different scenarios that you could talk about your opportunity. And then write down things that you would say, write down what maybe people's objections may be, and then practice those. Practice makes perfect, and the more comfortable that you get talking about your opportunity, like I said earlier, the better you're going to get at it. So, and that's kind of what I talked about for number 1 is getting more customers, because, I don't think everyone is natural at sales. It's something that takes practice. It's something that takes a long time to get comfortable with, and that's okay. Other people, it's totally natural for them, and they're amazing at it. For me, I am not great at sales, and I've gotten more comfortable with it, but it's something that I really have to work at. And so maybe it's step 1 is you get those customers and you kind of get that warm market, and you use those people to be the ones that you get more comfortable with talking about your opportunity. You get more comfortable about talking about your company. And then when you get to step 5 and you have your list of people and opportunities, you've practiced on kind of those easier targets. So now when you're going after strangers or people that maybe you've had one conversation with, you're more comfortable with what you have to say. So it's absolutely easier to practice things with people we're a little more comfortable with, and then you say, okay, I got this. I can go out and, talk to my waitress because I think she's amazing and has a great personality. Maybe she has like great makeup, so you think she would be great with your company. So that's a great way to kind of get comfortable with it. So let's go back to what I was talking about, and let's write down 5 to 10 people. So it could be a rocking party host. She did amazing. She talked up your company. She got 50 people to come to your party, and you're like, oh my gosh, this girl is gonna rock it. I need her on my team. So write down, how can you present your opportunity to her? Maybe a party guest that shows interest and they're like, yeah, I love this stuff. I want to earn free product. I want to learn about the opportunity. So how would you talk to that person about your opportunity? Or maybe it's a friend or an acquaintance, somebody in your mom group, and you're like, this girl, she's got it. Write down the way that you could bring up your opportunity for it. Maybe she's talking about, I really need something to make some extra money, or I really wish I could pay for ballet lessons for my daughter. And then you can bring up your opportunity and say, hey, did you know that my company can help you make that extra $300 or even more a month to help you with those things? So think about those situations and write down what you would want to say. It could be a great sales lady at the department store who helps you find the perfect product. She would be great. It could be your hair gal. They're talking to so many people every day that they might be a good person. So again, write those people down and, write down what you can say in those situations and practice it. Stand in front of a mirror. Do Facebook Live with some friends. Practice with your team. Practice makes perfect, and you'll get more comfortable with it the more you do it. And then an extra tip here, if you're not comfortable talking with people, write down questions that you can ask people, because everyone's favorite topic is themselves. So if you can ask them questions, write down, 5 to 10 conversation starters that you can have with people. Hey, I really love your shirt. Where did you get it? Where do you love to shop? Oh, what colors do you like to wear? Just ways that you can get out and talk to people. All right. So number 6 is make new contacts every day. And you know what? Prospecting's a numbers game. Like I said, 1 out of 10 people are going to say yes. So depending on your goal, you're going to have to talk to a lot of people. So remember the goals that you've set, break it down into, snackable, each month you need to talk to this many people, which means each week I need to talk to this many people, which means every day I need to talk to this many people. And write it up, put it up in your office on a board so I made this many connections today. And so that doesn't necessarily mean you have to get out and talk to people face to face, although that's probably the best way to do it. If you grow your personal brand on Facebook, you are expanding your network. You're expanding your list of people that you can talk to, because marketing is really a great way to grow your network. But marketing is passive. You're putting information out there and you're hoping that people contact you back. So you have to add an active prospecting to that. So what you have to think is the stronger your personal brand, the more people who are interacting with you. And those interactions open up the door to talk about your opportunity. So every time somebody likes something, you can say, hey, I noticed you've liked my last few posts. How's it going? What's going on in your world? Take that conversation into Facebook messages. So then you can talk about your opportunity offline there and kind of feel them out a little bit. But as you grow your network on Facebook, you're also going to grow your network outside of Facebook. So that's something to think about, is there's 2 ways to do it. We can't get out every day and talk to new people, but there are tons of people on Facebook that you can grow your relationship with. All right, on to our last step. Number 7 is be a good leader. In order to build your team and to build a strong team, you need to be a good leader. So you need to train your people who you bring on well. And what you really want to do is create a replicable program that you can do and you can teach your team. So you're always teaching them. Something I heard is don't do anything alone. So if you're learning how to do Facebook Live, invite your last 3 prospects or your last 3 people who joined your team to come over and do it with you. Because the better you train your team and the better leader you are, the stronger your team members are going to be, and then they'll recruit and they'll be good leaders, and you can teach them to be good leaders, and that's how your team will grow and grow exponentially. So, like I said, I wanted to keep this short and sweet. So those are our 7 steps to recruiting. I hope you found this helpful. Like I said, Facebook is not showing me questions for some reason. I'm trying to refresh over on Facebook to see it. But if you have any questions, go ahead and type in the comments and I'll try to get them after this live. If you found this live helpful, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and share it with your team. I hope you guys have an amazing week. We're going to be doing lives quite a few times this week, so I will see you soon. Thank you.